Hello everyone, Jeff with the Green Review. We're in a Midwest forest right now, and it's fall. It's the end of October. We should be losing all our leaves. If we look into the forest and we especially see shrubs ranging from the ground level to 8-10 feet off the ground that are still green, those are most likely invasive shrubs. Now, this little woodlot does have a few elm trees that are in that range that are green right now and turning yellow. But it also has a lot of honeysuckle, it has buckthorn, it has multiflora rose, and it has burning bush. The burning bush are starting to give us a little bit of fall color, so that helps to pick them out through the woods. Not only are they this size, but they're also little small plants growing in here. The multiflora rose, honeysuckle, and the burning bush all have red fruit. The buckthorn has blue or black colored fruit. All of them are liked by birds, and birds will spread them. So if you have a burning bush in your landscape, the birds will eat the fruit, then fly to the forest preserves and woodlots, especially on migration going south, and the seeds will come out of the bird, and we now have a planting in an area where we don't want it. So this is a good time of year to go through your forest and find the invasive plants and take care of them. Now, if it's a larger one like this, that a deer has actually been using as a buck rub, if it's larger like this, we can cut it off at this time of year if this is when we discover it, and that will help to prevent a lot of the nutrients and carbohydrates from anything to going into the root system. Then in the spring, this plant is going to be vigorous and try to regrow the plant, and that vigorous growth is much easier to kill with with herbicides. At the same time, in the spring, if this were still here, it would be hard to spray this plant without having it drift onto other good plants that we want to protect. So cutting them off this time of year isn't going to kill it, but it does let us have good vigorous growth next spring that we can cut back and kill. And that's the case on any of those invasive shrubs. On the small ones, if it's a new plant, we can oftentimes just yank it out of the ground. This is a great organic way of removing invasive plants. Just grab them and pull them. In the spring, if you notice it, then you could spray it then. We do herbicide treatments for these invasive shrubs in the spring. We try to be as protective as we can to protect the other plants that are around them, and a lot of times we will use this method of cutting them off at the base and treating the stump that's left to have a chemical go into the root system and kill the plant that way, so we don't have to spray a large area around the plant and have drift on everything else. But this is fall, and it's a great time of year to go through your woodlots and check them to see if there's any invasive plants. In this case, we have 4 different kinds, and we're going to be doing a lot of pruning and then spraying in the spring. This has been a Green Review. Thanks for watching.